Plump Goops Podcast.
Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes.
Welcome back, everyone, to Hot Takes, High Stakes, the podcast where we deliver the hottest takes you'll find anywhere. Really, I think it's safe to. If you guys had to think of one take in particular that really, like, if you had to walk up to someone on the street and they were like, "What's Hot Takes, High Stakes?" and you're like, "We deliver takes," and they were like, "What's a take on the show?" What would you say? Do you have one that you can think of?
You can show up late to weddings and funerals.
Yeah, classic. Tanner, any thoughts or?
No, not really.
Okay. So I think Tanner's just not going to talk for most of the episode. That's fine, to be honest. This is Hot Takes, High Stakes, episode 33. We're three. So Tanner just, there goes Tanner. Oh, and he's back. Do you have a rolling chair? Are you on a rolling chair?
Oh, yeah.
You can tell because of the fluidity of your movement in the room. Oh, and it bends, yeah. And the reclinability. Recline all the way back. Recline as far as you can go. Let's see it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh!
That's what they call a limbo chair. Do you think in like rolling chair meetings, like when they're making their rolling chairs, do you think they push people, like they test them by playing limbo in them?
That would be a fun workplace.
That would be
I'd
a
work
fun
there.
workplace. Once we open a Mountain Men office, that's what we'll do all day.
Yeah?
Yeah, is limbo, is rolling chair limbo.
Then we can crown a king.
The way this show works is we just go around. Each of us delivers a hot take. We discuss it, and at the end, we say which one was the hottest. I think we're three people who are fairly high on the leaderboard.
Yeah,
Tanner and I both are tied for the 2 spot, and Sam is in number 4.
I'm 4?
Yeah, Ronick, me, Tanner, you.
Oh.
So we have the 2.
Oh, yeah.
We have the 2 through 4 spots on the leaderboard.
Impressive. You could call us the big 3.
I'll be right back. I'm going to have to change earbuds.
Okay, while Tanner's gone, Sam and I are gonna wax poetic about something. What do you feel like waxing about, Sam? If someone came up to you and said wax poetic about something, what would you wax about?
Spell wax.
Isn't it just WAX?
Define wax.
It's just a saying, Sam. It's like wax poetic means to talk at length about something that you are passionate about.
Oh, okay. Eucalyptus.
What about it? What would you
I think
say?
it's
What would you
the
say?
best scent. The best scent, right?
Jeez, why?
It's not constrained by seasons. It's not a seasonal scent, I would say. It's not too herbal or piney or fruity.
Okay.
It hits your olfactory just right. It's like a nice uppercut
Yeah.
to the olfactory nerves. It's universal. I've never met anyone who doesn't like the smell of eucalyptus. I've got to say.
I don't think I could like conjure up a memory of having smelled eucalyptus before.
Have you lived?
I guess not. I think that's a good last episode Woolsey had a what he called a warm-up take. And I think that's a good one. Eucalyptus is the best scent.
Okay.
So you're saying it's a catch-all scent. You can use it for anything?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't use it for anything.
What's a situation in which you couldn't use it?
Embalming. Or
Embalming what?
bodies. Or
Right.
because it's like too pleasant, right? You don't want to use such a pleasant scent for such an unpleasant situation.
Guess. I get. What would you want to use? A foul scent or like a neutral scent?
An unconscious scent, like one that you don't actively perceive, but you know is there. Like
What?
like let's say a floral scent,
Mm-hmm.
but subtle.
A subtle
Meant-
floral scent.
So like meant to support but not take the spotlight.
Kind of like a Daniel Tice of the Boston Celtics.
Bad Wanamaker.
Brad Wanamaker.
Brad Wanamaker.
I was
Bad
thinking.
Wanamaker?
I was thinking. Did you say Thad?
Yeah.
That's sick. Once Tanner gets in here, we'll ask him about the best scent. I don't. If you ask me like what scent would I really like to smell right now, I don't even know what it is. I think peppermint is a really good smell. Not too strong, like not sickly.
Yeah. Peppermint has the potential to go overboard. Really quickly.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. Like eucalyptus is like just as herby, right?
Mhm.
But it's not as aggressive. I would say.
Wow. Do you have a diffuser in your house?
No, I have one not in my apartment, but at home I do.
Do you stuff eucalyptus in there?
I use eucalyptus oil, or my mom
Right,
does.
that's what I mean. Why don't you have one for your apartment?
Just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
It was a gift from my mom, so that's why it's at our
Diffuser wax.
house.
An essential oil scent that has always really gotten me going is sandalwood.
I don't know if I'm familiar. I might be.
It's very relaxing. It brings everything in your life to a stop, and you can breathe for once.
If you close your eyes and you smell sandalwood, what memory are you brought back to?
The beach.
Oh.
I don't really think I'm brought back to, the wooden gangplank. Is it a gangplank? I don't know. The wooden like walkways that get you to the beach from the parking lot over the dunes.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
I see. Wow,
Over
that
the
is relaxing.
Yeah. And maybe I just think of that because of the name, because you wear sandals to the beach and you walk on wood.
See, the name Sandalwood reminded me of, let's say, standing in a older household
Yeah.
with like wooden furniture and like this really antique piano that like kind of gives off a scent.
Is there an old lady that just sits in the corner and doesn't talk to anyone?
No, I'm alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just yourself. Okay, Tanner, before we really get into the podcast, Sam brought up a warm-up take that we've just been talking about. I don't know if you've been hearing it. He said eucalyptus is the best scent.
Yeah, I love lavender.
So not eucalyptus? What is that, a yes or a no?
What's the difference? They're
Sam,
all flowers.
describe the difference.
Eucalyptus is not a flower.
They're all scents.
Yeah, they are all scents. I guess I'll give you that one.
It's more of a like, it's like, do I really care about eucalyptus?
I guess
It's
no
your
one's
loss.
asking you to care, but it's just the podcast, so it's what we're talking about. But I guess it is your loss, and we can get into the takes. Sam already delivered his warm-up take. And
Green
Tanner,
apple.
I don't hate green apple.
I don't mind it.
All right.
I think it's better than eucalyptus or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
I think you know exactly how to say eucalyptus. I think you're mispronouncing it on purpose. Uncle Liptus.
Uncle Liptus.
And with that, Tanner, or should I call him Uncle Liptus? Can't take the first
Uncle-
Don't
stab.
bother.
What do you want me to say?
Oh, Uncle Liptus is going first?
Yes.
Yeah.
My take is that everything should be priced based on how much you use the item.
So you're saying something that you use more should be priced higher and something you use less should be priced lower?
So like an apple would be like $78 per
Yeah,
apple.
what the hell? What do you mean? But like, what things are you like? Because you eat food like 3
Everything.
times a day.
Yeah, but that specific food you only use once, so it should be the cheapest thing.
I could eat apples every single day of my life.
Yeah, it's so
But
subjective.
that one apple is only used once.
Oh, I
So-
see.
A rolling chair should be thousands of dollars.
Thousands and
Yes,
thousands.
because I
of
sit in
dollars.
it every single day.
This doesn't make any sense because basic necessities like a chair and a bed would be so much money.
Exactly.
But like luxury items
Yes.
that you never use.
Like a flight to Panama,
Like,
$5 max.
This would just promote consumerism and like use once and throw away culture.
Exactly.
True. Yeah, exactly.
So like everything that like you should be able to buy disposable beds, disposable rolling chairs.
Tanner
Or-
really comes out with the extreme right economic takes.
Or you put so much build quality into your product, like a Nokia phone, that it could be used so much,
Naturally.
therefore it could just be priced obscenely high.
Right, but then no one would buy it.
You could
No,
see
but
it
it
as an
lasts long.
investment. As an investment.
Also, when I say how much you use it, I'm not talking about how long that you'll have it. So like a bed, you use it. I guess a bed would be kind of the exception, but say like
Shoes.
your refrigerator.
Shoes.
Oh, that's a good example. So like shoes that you only wear once to like a ball or a gala,
Yeah.
very cheap. But running shoes that I wear every day to run, hundreds of dollars.
So would the system work as in like you buy the shoe or you're given the shoe, but there's like a little like tracking device in it that it's like a credit card and it bills you every time you use it? Or is it like the people just somehow know how much you're going to use that particular item?
They know. It's more of an estimate.
But what if I go to what if I, like some people, like a lawyer wears nice shoes every day, but I never wear I never wear dress shoes.
They would,
Right.
you would just sell it in a store
Based
for
on the norm.
and a store for the lay people.
If you're not a lawyer, then you can't go into this.
So I feel like
And
this would just promote like profiling too. Like if
I
I
was
like it's
kidding.
so subjective. Like you walk into a store and someone's like, "You look like someone who would always wear nice shoes. I'm going to charge you a lot of money for these shoes."
No, this like how they would price it. It wouldn't be like different people wear it more, so they would be charged more. It would be like based on traditional usage.
Survey
Just like
says,
normal
like Family
products.
Feud.
Survey
Yeah,
says.
exactly. Well, that's the thing. I would want Steve Harvey to implement that law and bring it up.
In Family Feud, or just like he would present it to the lawmakers?
He would present it to the House.
So like a toothbrush.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Society would just transition to the like disposable toothbrushes. Like use once and toss it.
Well, that's the thing. A toothbrush I would use like 2 minutes every day.
Twice a day.
That's not that long.
So it's length of time that you
Well, I
use
brush
it
for
as
1
well?
minute.
Okay, you should brush
Yeah,
a little
like-
longer.
I would have and own the toothbrush for like, say, 3 months.
Right.
But I wouldn't use it constantly for 3 months. I would only use it like 3 minutes every day, which would add up to like some amount of minutes.
So it's not only how
230
often you
minutes.
use it. You're saying it's like length of time that you spend using it?
That's the same thing.
No.
You use your bed once a
Like
day.
the time that
But
You-
you're
yeah,
in
you-
it.
Yeah, you
Or-
use your
yeah, no.
toothbrush 2 times a day.
It's only how much you use it, not how much you own it for, how long you own it.
Okay. What would be the most expensive item in the world?
Probably my shoes.
Do you want that? Like, there's enough of the world doesn't have shoes. Do you want them to?
Yeah,
You want shoes to
the
be the
whole
most
point of this
expensive
is
thing in
we
the world?
need to transition into not wearing shoes.
Can you tell me
Or just
why
have a
this
lot
would
of
be good?
shoes that they rotate.
Why would this be good?
Because food would be cheap, and food shouldn't be expensive. Food should always be cheap. I should always have access to food.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
but then you'd pay
agree.
like $80,000 for a pair of glasses.
Yeah, glasses. A computer.
Yeah, it'd be very expensive.
This seems very elitist of you.
What's Tanner? So the only thing. So basically, your take is a way to make food cheaper.
Yeah.
Since you use it once and it's gone.
I wonder, Sam, is there a way that you can
Yep.
think to like improve? Like, say the general idea is still there. Is there a way that you can think you would improve it?
This take?
Yeah,
No.
or just the economic system in general.
It's just fundamentally broken. Like there's
It just doesn't make sense.
yeah,
See,
no,
I'm gonna
this,
have to disagree with you.
Okay, so it seems like you came in here knowing how bad your take was. Did you just wanted to test the waters a little bit?
No, I stand by it.
You stand by it.
Yeah.
Okay, brave.
It's very woke of me.
I don't know what. So what would the? So you said your shoes would be the most expensive item in the world. Is there a food that you use very often and for a long time, like butter? Would a thing of eggs cost more because it lasts
Yeah, because
longer?
every time you, like, if it's like just being stored, that
Yeah.
doesn't count.
yeah, it's like you still consume it, so it's still gone. So like all food by nature is like exempt.
Also, let me clarify something. It's not like the prices are just gonna do a flip. Like shoes aren't just gonna jump to $80,000. Based on the price that they are now, they'll just increase or decrease a little bit based on usage.
That's very different than the original. But I can
Well,
actually see that being better. So you're saying that like since shoes are used so much, they would start to like hike up in price, but like
yeah,
like a
like
pair of shoes would maybe be like
stores could put shoes at very high prices, but people all need shoes.
I mean, but
that
that's
they
kind of how it already works, right? It's
Yeah.
like you know that like the cheaper things are not gonna last as long. You just throw them away.
Like the whole objective of like free market capitalism is to see how expensive you can make something and still get people to buy it.
Right. But if you use the usage time thing, then like luxury items would be a lot cheaper.
So they wouldn't be luxury anymore.
Right. Yeah, then they would. Like, the only reason a Gucci shirt is considered luxury is because of how expensive it is.
I guess that's a little contradictory then.
Ken's just trying to
What
set
I
the
think,
paradigm.
guess.
He's the next Adam Smith. He's the
Yeah.
he's the next Karl Marx, the next economic wave.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sam, we could say whether or not we agree, I guess. Tanner, your take is just that things should be priced based on how often they're used,
Yeah.
How much they're used.
how much
Yeah.
they're used.
Yeah, I disagree.
I also disagree.
Agree. Yeah, no, same.
No, we said no. I think you're
Glad we all
misreading us.
agree.
I think
Glad we
you.
all agree.
Okay.
I think we just let him have.
Wait,
this one.
on three, let's say whether we disagree or agree. One,
Okay.
2, 3. Agree.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Agree,
Disagree.
yeah.
So you
I
said
heard
your
three,
answer
agree.
3 times.
No, I said it once, and then y'all said agree at a later point.
Oh, Sam, it actually looks like Tanner has both of us muted. So he's just been talking to himself and assuming that we were agreeing with him.
Okay.
From me and Sam's perspective, that's 2 strong disagrees with Tanner's take, and from his, that's a full, clean sweep. Is he frozen for you? Are you mad?
Going back to my 0 to 10 scale, that's like
Oh, yeah.
I don't really like your scale.
my 0 to 10 scale. 0 being disagree, 10 being completely agree. This is like a 0.8.
Like 8, like times 10, so 8.
No,
No.
I don't think he left. I think he purposely left out times 10. Oh, he made him cry. Okay, Sam. Sam,
That
what's your take?
sucks.
Okay. Kind of related, but also not. In the food realm. I feel like a lot of my takes are food related.
Gotta hate.
But
Every day. Did you just say you hate food?
Oh, I hate. No, I didn't say that.
Okay, well, I have the recording, so I won't be able to tell. But
get rid of or convert all restaurants into food trucks or food courts.
For sanitary reasons?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
as I was saying that because like that'd be very. I feel like.
Have you been to Legacy at Plano?
No. The block?
Okay. No. So it's a big mall in Plano, and then they
The
have
block.
this like food court.
Okay.
But like it's not your typical like run of the mill like Panda Express and like.
Right. Panda Express is in every single food court you've
Not
ever
saying
been
that
to.
you can't have a Panda Express,
Right.
but like these restaurants are like it's like this cool like taqueria and then like a or like a barbecue restaurant
Right.
or like a sandwich shop. Like what's stopping restaurants from doing this? There's less space involved.
Mhm.
It's cooler because you can like go around. Like who doesn't like walking around and checking out all the options, you know?
I think.
I don't know.
Well, I think what's stopping restaurants from that is because they don't want people to check out all the other options, other
But
than
it's such
their
a
restaurant.
hassle to like drive to different restaurants. It's like such a waste of space.
Yeah,
like
I
food
guess,
trucks.
yeah.
Food trucks.
Food
There's
trucks
this
are
food
nice.
truck at the school I go to.
Yeah.
A meal is $5. Filling. Good.
Yeah.
And the dude drives a G-Wagon. I've seen him pull up to the truck in a G-Wagon. So it's not like he's not making his money here.
Right.
It's a win-win situation. The only
Do
loser
we
being
classify G-Wagons as luxury vehicles?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I think. I bet that would be so bad for the environment, though. If every restaurant was a food truck.
Food trucks don't need to move around.
Yes.
If anything, it saves energy costs, not having to run a building.
No, that's true. But let's think about the benefits and drawbacks of only serving food out of a truck.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't serve as many customers at the same time. There's less kitchen space.
Everything's outdoor. Like you have to eat outside.
Oh, you don't
Outdoors.
have to. You don't have to. That's why the food
So
court.
they have-
Where would you? Where would
The
you
food
eat?
court. The
Oh,
food
the
court.
food
That
court.
was separate. Oh.
Yeah. Well, okay. Talk to
Oh,
us a
so
little
like
bit
if
about
I
the
want to
food
eat.
court.
Oh, okay.
The food court's just like restaurant for like toned down. I don't know. Like, okay, I get that they're a popular restaurant.
What if you get like a bunch of elitists that like hate that crowd?
The food court crowd.
Then they cannot. eat.
Yeah.
What's the food court crowd?
Yeah. What are
The
you
people
saying
who
about?
go to the mall, high schoolers,
Thing is,
college
there might be different
kids.
levels of food courts now. There might be like a fast food court,
Mm.
and then like
Oh.
a food court that's like
Wine and
Torchy's or
dine.
like mid tier, you know.
Yeah. And then
they
there would obviously also be the supreme food court,
yeah,
the royal food court.
exactly.
Are there tiers?
Yeah.
Not
Is there a
explicitly,
dress code for each?
but it would be implied. You
The
know, it's like-
the president of the United States actually appoints new restaurants to the Supreme Food Court for just as long as that restaurant is above water.
but they need approval from.
They need approval
Other
from the lesser. I guess.
Yeah.
The
God.
other restaurants is good. They need,
Like you wouldn't stick a McDonald's next to a like a 2-star Michelin restaurant, right?
right.
right.
Tanner, let's get back to who do you see as part of the food court crowd? Just like teenagers and
Yeah, teenagers.
The thing is, the food court crowd would turn into everyone.
Well, I think.
Everyone
Right.
is a food court crowd.
Oh yeah.
But then the food court crowd
Well,
will feel
I mean,
like
the
they
tier-
lost what's special to them. You know, they lost their own,
The food
they lost their
court-
little thing.
The food court tier levels will fix the issue of the food court crowd.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Where would the typical food court crowd go to? Would they just go to the typical fast food court?
Yeah, like the Panda.
Hmm.
The Pizza Hut.
Where would you see yourself, Tanner, eating at? What tier of food court?
The Royal.
And you'd be the jester. And you would absolutely be the jester.
I'd be the entertainment for the Royal food court level.
What would you do? What would your entertainment act be?
Oh, I would tell jokes.
Okay, hit me.
Get a load of the food court crowd.
So you're just making fun of the lower courts?
Yes.
So this really turned into back to Tanner's economic ideology.
Wait.
That's brutal.
Let's not forget that I would my status level would still be in the lower court, but I would be brought up because I'm funny.
You're funny to them just because you make fun of people who are below them in the food court
It's
hierarchy.
low level humor.
Right.
Instead of going forward, we
Right, I
moved
don't see the
back to
problem.
like 1400.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a caste system. So Sam, can you think of give me a celebrity who would go eat at the Supreme Food Court, a celebrity who would eat at the Royal Food Court, and a celebrity who would eat at like the normal food court?
Is Supreme above Royal?
Yeah. But Supreme's more judicial, Royal's more like a theocracy.
Supreme Food Court would be, I couldn't even name them because they're so high up and hidden.
Mm.
They're like the chess players, you know?
I was thinking Judge Judy.
Oh. No, she'd go to the fast food court.
Why?
That's her crowd.
That's her crowd. I doubt Judge Judy has
she'd
ever
just like
gone
scream
to a
at
food
people.
court in her life.
Like that's where she would go to get the recognition, right?
Oh.
Because she feeds off. That's her sustenance. She doesn't go to eat.
Yeah, Judge Judy doesn't eat food. She just feeds off recognition from people on the streets.
Yeah.
Like a succubus.
What's your
like a famed
ideal-
succubus.
Build me
Okay.
a food court tier system.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm picturing escalators in the middle, and then like communal seating just like around.
Yeah.
God, I already hate this.
I think,
Are there
like,
bouncers at the top of each escalator to be like, you're not mid-tier?
yeah, you got to flash a card.
And they
Oh.
can't exit the escalator. They have to go down the same escalator.
Yeah, it's just like shamefully past the people who are
Yeah.
already coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the walk of
them
shame.
like
It's the
30
escalator
minutes to get
shame.
down.
And then I guess some restaurants can have like their own like section
Right.
of communal seating. Just really depends.
Oh,
on
like a separate building with seating
no.
for that restaurant?
Did I say that?
No.
Sam, build your ideal. I want you, for me, to build your ideal food court. Let's say there are 5 restaurants. What restaurants are you putting in your ideal food court?
Okay. Again, communal seating.
Okay.
Mount Rushmore.
I want a soup restaurant.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
I
one?
want
Well, like what? Name a soup restaurant.
Super salads, maybe?
No.
Jeez, Sam. What's wrong
do I
with
know a
super
soup restaurant?
salads?
Super salad doesn't fit the mold of any restaurant. This is why I hate it. 'Cause it transcends restaurants. And then a deli.
So it will be on the Supreme level.
Yeah. I'm sure
Okay.
some CEO.
I feel like
do
that
super
could-
salad.
Just a bunch of billionaires eating at super salads.
I feel
on the
like I
Supreme
could.
level.
I can picture that just because the billionaires have such little taste for
Yeah.
like
They'll be
they're
like,
so,
whoa, super salad.
they separated themselves from
They'll
humanity
just
so
be
far
guys.
that they can't enjoy.
Dude, I bet billionaires just
It's like a horseshoe theory.
I bet billionaires only like eat unseasoned rice. Like they just make white rice and like boil a potato, and that's what they eat for dinner. Or they just like they just like pay people to like. I bet a billionaire somewhere does this. Is that they pay someone like a mother to
Boil
pump breast milk and then they just inject it straight into their veins. That's probably what billionaires eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. That could be a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah. On the Supreme food
That's
court.
Sam's ideal.
At the Supreme food court level, the restaurants get weird. It's super salads and like a breast milk IV restaurant.
Oh God.
Do they have a vitamin shop too?
Yeah. And then
No,
a GNC.
No, they fortify the breast milk. They fortify it. It's like all in one. That's just a waste of time, you know?
Yeah.
Time's money.
Okay. We can say whether or not we agree with Sam's take, I guess. Tanner, what are you thinking?
I disagree.
Okay.
I just don't like the food court crowd.
You're just such a jester. Then do your
Such an
job in the
elitist.
Royal Food Court then.
Such an
Like,
elitist.
all you have to do is hang out at the Royal Food Court. I think I disagree. It just seems like a disagreeable take to me.
Okay.
I will say the tier system does help. Because like if I'm going to like a Wendy's, I won't get a bunch of like guys going to Kirby Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Ruining the atmosphere.
So you're an elitist.
He is.
Let's call it classist.
Okay, are you guys ready for my good old take?
Yeah.
My take is that the second Tuesday in September at 2 p.m. is the worst time of the year. And I'll tell you how you can find your least favorite time of the year.
Okay.
What I did was this. I thought to myself.
I just want to say, can I just say, I'm really looking forward to this.
Thank you. I'll continue, I guess. An unnecessary interruption. I was on a roll. Yeah. Let me get it back. So what I did was. Are you ready? Can I go? It's just like this is the second time I've had to reset and. Okay.
Yeah, let's rope it back in. In.
No, it's kind of bold of you to say, as it is your fault that it's kind of gone off the rails. But
well, let's bring it back on the rails then.
Right. Okay. I'm doing it right now, if you'd let me. So, okay. Let me get it back. So what I did was this. I thought to myself, what's the worst month of the year? And I thought, pretty objectively, I think it's September. And I think that's...
Whoa.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I'd love to. My reasoning for that is it's pretty Texas-based because, that's where I spend most of my time. September in Texas is not fall. It's still summer. In fact, it's the worst part of summer, I would argue. It hovers around 100 degrees for most of the time. Maybe it can dip into your 95s, 92s. But for a good part of September, actually all of it, it's very hot. It's the start of school. It reminds me of having to go back to school. Marching band. Need I say more? And then...
Yeah, can you elaborate?
It's just not great to... It's not great to have to be done with school and then go outside into like 100-degree heat on concrete and stand for an hour and a half.
Seems pretty subjective to me.
Well, it is. And this is what I can help you guys find your least favorite time of the year. But if I'll continue. So September, I said, okay, worst time of the year. Worst month of the year. The worst day of the week, I think, is Tuesday. Because Monday, you're like, okay, new week, let's get it going. Got to wake up early, but, for some reason, Tuesdays were always harder to wake up for than Mondays. IMO, when I was waking up early for high school and stuff. So Tuesdays I think are the worst day of the week. I think the worst time of the month. I think the reason I said second Tuesday of the month is when you get kind of into the middle of a month, it kind of just feels like you're slogging through a marsh. You know what I mean? It's like this month is never going to end, especially in the 9s, the 10s, the 11s. You're like, this month is never going to end. That's why I say second Tuesday of the week.
Okay.
Second Tuesday of the month. And then when you're thinking about time, I think 2 p.m. is bad because in a work day, in a school day, you just ate lunch, you're tired, you have more time to go, more time in the day, and 2 p.m. is just, it's no fun. So that's why I think the second Tuesday of September at 2 p.m. is my least favorite time of the year.
Let's do this for me.
Yes.
A lot of seconds.
April.
Why? Allergy season.
Like allergy season. It rains a lot.
Yeah.
It's getting like warmer. Sometimes uncomfortably warm.
Mm-hmm.
No holidays really.
True.
Sometimes Easter, but sometimes.
Least favorite day of the week.
Let's go Tuesday. I agree with Tuesday. Tuesday's kind of
I think
bad.
so.
I think most people would agree with Tuesday. The third week.
Why? Why the third week?
The last leg is always the hardest.
You think so? I feel like when you get to the end of a month, it's like I'm flying through this month.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said the third week, not the fourth week.
Oh.
It's like the last leg before the fourth week.
Yeah.
It's like how Thursday,
That makes sense.
it's like the Thursday to Friday.
Mm.
Yeah, so the third Tuesday of April at 5 p.m.
Whoa, why 5?
That's God's time.
Debatable. But
What is God's time? Let's do this for
The
God
golden
next.
hour.
Let's do this for God next.
It's when you look into the sky and you're like, dang, how could this exist if God didn't exist?
Right. What's Sam, you're saying, wait, so why 5 p.m., Sam?
it's just like slow. Like you're like kind of done, but it's not quite dinner time yet.
Yeah. I do kind of agree. Like when I was working 10 to 6, it was like 5 p.m. is like the last hour goes by the slowest. Okay, Tanner,
Yeah.
Let's get to you and then we'll get to God.
Okay. I mean, same person though, right?
Sure, so let's do yours for God. What do you think God's least favorite month is?
January 1st, 12 a.m. every year. Because he has to wake up on a new year to watch the world suffer again.
Specifically this year?
Yeah.
All years.
Well, couldn't you argue
Every
that it's
year.
on him? Like he could stop some of this?
yeah, but he's kind of like, do I really want to? He's human. We're all human.
So you're talking about yourself, right?
How are we talking about God?
Well, I thought you said you were God.
Yeah, I mean, some may mistake me for God, but yeah.
So you say, so as someone walked up to you on the street and been like, "Oh my God, who are
Yeah,
you?"
exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's just I just say, "Oh my God,
And you're like, "That's me."
yes, that's me."
Okay, Sam, we already talked about God's least favorite time of the year. But what do you think? Let's think about what God's favorite time of the year is. What do you think God's month is?
Christmas?
Like December?
No,
December 31st,
literally
11:59
Christmas.
Okay, but what time on Christmas?
Oh,
And don't you think he loves the Sunday near Christmas more than Christmas? Because the focus is kind of shifted off of him on Christmas Day.
that's true. People get very like,
Oh, you mean
Give
like
me a
the Christmas service?
Yeah. People get very pagan on Christmas.
Yes. Pagan. These pagans.
That's probably what he says
I'd
every
say,
Christmas
like,
morning.
Sunday, 9 a.m. The Sunday before Christmas at 9 a.m.
Is God's favorite time of the year.
we're not Easter.
Easter's a painful memory for God, I feel like.
Oh, because no, but isn't that when he like came back
Yeah.
to life?
Well, that's when Jesus came back to life. But like,
Oh, so
would you be happy? Say you were a parent, your son dies. Would you look back on the day that he came back to life as a positive day or like a traumatic day?
a
Positive?
Such like the most positive day.
Traumatic?
It's like you're reliving your trauma almost.
No.
But say this. Say you have come to terms with his death.
In 3 days.
Okay, but this is more of like let's prolong it a little bit. Years later, you've come to terms with his death, and then he comes back to life.
Coming to terms
Happiest day of my life.
doesn't coming to terms with doesn't mean you wish they were
Cancel
dead.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is fair. I guess I'm grasping
In what
at
world, Cam?
straws. I guess I'm grasping at straws here. But okay. So do you guys agree or disagree with my take? I guess my take was that second Tuesday of September at 2 p.m. is the worst time of the year.
Yeah.
Is it like
Based on your reasoning, yeah.
Okay.
or yeah, you're like yours specifically or like the way you get there?
My take is that mine is correct.
Okay, well, no.
Objectively?
No, but
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
reasoning.
no.
But you like my reasoning.
Yeah, I don't hate your reasoning.
I guess we can do hottest take now. So why don't we restate our takes? I'll start. My take was that the second Tuesday of September at 2 p.m. is the worst time of the year. Sam, what was your take?
Replace all restaurants with food trucks and food courts.
And then Tanner?
Mine was everything should be priced based on how much they're used.
I forgot about how bad that was.
No, I think you remembered how good it was.
No, the main sticking point is actually how bad it was.
Yeah.
How back it was.
Well, let's just vote
Okay.
for hottest take at this point.
Okay.
Tanner's really pulling us off the rails. So we'll vote quickly. Tanner, Sam, me. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Sam.
Tanner.
Tanner. Tanner wins.
I thought it was...
I think
So
he's
what?
rigging the system to.
No, Ronick is rigging the system.
You both are rigging. You both come in with takes that you know are bad.
I think there should be like a rating, like instead of just like in the NBA, instead of just doing like points scored,
It's
you should have like
points per
offensive
game.
rating,
Yeah.
like offensive rating. So instead of just like
Oh.
hottest take, you should have like hottest take that makes sense.
Yeah. Or like
I
most
agree.
takes in the top right.
Yeah, like quantify it instead
Yeah.
of like.
No, there are a lot of stats. There are a lot of ways we can keep stats for this.
That's why I think the graph should be implemented because the like hottest takes, like a lot of mine and Ronick are like super hot, but like
Bad.
they're so low on the bad side that they shouldn't be rewarded, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Someone should graph them.
Like the 4 quadrants.
Yeah. Someone should put like a heat map for all of our takes and like where most of our takes lie.
That would be fun.
Okay.
That'd
cool.
be fun.
We'll put
I nominate Resma.
Okay, Resma will do it. So look out for that. On the plumpgoose.co website, go to the Hot Takes High Stakes page. And yeah. Hopefully sometime this week we'll get a collective vlog out there. So look out for that this week. And yeah, there's much more to come. Check out Mountain Men Games for all your Pokemon needs. Check the also if you're on the Hot Takes High Stakes page, check the Hot Take leaderboard, Hottest Takes leaderboard, and the list of all the hottest takes.
Spoilers, it's not Sam.
Spoilers, Sam isn't on top, and he never will be.
Let's just take a look at that heat map. Let's just look at that heat map. That's all I have to say.
check out that heat map. Okay.
Okay.
Adios, everyone. On 3, we'll all give a sign off. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.
Like and subscribe.
Oops Podcast.